what's something you'd like to bring to the table for discussion? Is there something you want to chat about?
I think a big one I see a lot is, I guess, situationships, yeah?
Yeah.
Situationships has always been a huge topic from what I hear from men and women.
Do you hear different things from men and women?
Oh, yeah, I think it just seems like guys are more, I guess, into situationships because it's not full commitment, right?
Yes.
So for women, situationships, like, okay, it's gonna be something eventually. But for men, it's like, it's like a hit or miss.
Yeah.
But I think I've been in more situationships.
So
it's kind of like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I hear you. So what's the query or question? What do you want to know?
Men, like, just the thoughts of men and being in situationships.
Yeah. I think there are a couple of factors that can play into why a guy may prefer a situationship. The first most obvious one is that he may still want to sleep around. He doesn't want to be exclusive. It was really weird. I was talking to a male friend last week, and he was like, obviously, how many girls would actually accept this? I don't know. But it's like, okay, she can have my time, attention, stuff. But if I can still have an odd one night here, there, she'd be mine. Like, I'd be hers. And I'm like, but how many girls are going to do that though, realistically? So, yeah, I think they want to still sleep around. It is a thing just because of the cost of living now. If a guy feels that he may not be able to afford a relationship, but actually still really like you. So it might be like, I want to get to know you and hang out and stuff, but I don't want this to become a relationship because maybe he feels he can't bring what he would like to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense.
So I think for some guys that can be an aspect.
See, I would have never thought that would have been an aspect, like the financial part of a situation, because I guess I wouldn't think of it like that, right? So if we can't, or you can't afford something, or I can't afford something, that doesn't, I guess, necessarily mean we can't be in a relationship. Yeah. But I guess for men, obviously, it's different because they want to help or provide, maybe.
I think there's an element of, I think men, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think men know with building a relationship with a woman, he has to be able to provide a frame where they can have experiences together. Yeah. That doesn't have to be financial, but we live in a financial world where you kind of, a lot of the time, you need money to be able to have certain experiences, right? Or if they, because girls like going on dates. Yeah. What if you can't afford to take you on dates?
Okay, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I want to spend time with you, but if I can't afford to take us out, right, at all, it's just going to be you coming over, and that can be nice, but there's going to be a point where you're like, why are we not going on dates? Especially if you see your girlfriends going on dates with their partners or with other guys, and you're like, why is my guy not wanting to take me out? Like, does he not care about me? And a guy might just be like, and it's hard for a guy to admit, I can't afford to do this. Yeah. Like, it's very difficult for a guy to admit that. So he'd rather just go, I'm not going to put myself in a situation yet where I can't afford to do it. But then he still might really like you, be attracted to you. Yeah. So he wants something in between. Yeah. And it's like, well, and then at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you can have that with him or not.
Yeah. Right. So then I think that plays in with communication, right?
Yes.
And I know, like you said, it's hard for a guy to admit that he can't take you out. Afford to go on a date or do that. Yeah. And I think that's with relationships and dating, the communication is just so off. Yeah. Now, maybe not for everybody, but just there's not enough communication. There's not enough talking about what people want to do or what the issue is. So then I think in that situation, it's like, I feel like depending on the person, some people are more understanding and like, it's okay that, right now you can't afford to go on the date, but we can still hang out and spend time together. Yeah. I think sometimes, maybe not all men, but I think they're so focused on, I can't financially do this right now. Yes. But a lot of women, speaking for myself, a lot of women, like, I just want to spend time with you. I want to get to know you, spend time with you, hang out. We don't have to go out every night. We don't have to go to dinner all the time. We don't have to do this. Yeah. Or I'm a person, if I'll pay this time, or I'll do this, because men like to get treated too. Of course we do. We love being treated.
Listen, if girls wanted to pay for our lives, we would do it. We'd take that deal.
Yeah.
So I hear that. But for you to get to a point where where just his personality is enough for you wanting to spend time with him, he has to take you on a few dates first. Do you not think? So let me ask you then, would you be open to seeing a guy you don't know, right? So he's interested in you, he's just like, hey, I just want to go for coffee walks and stuff and just get to know you and stuff, right? Like, would you be happy with that?
Yeah. All right, that's fine. Okay. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant or fancy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get to know you. I'm not trying to get to know, like, your money, right? I'm trying to get to know you as a person. So coffee dates, or we can go to the beach, whatever. That doesn't matter.
I'm really surprised that you said that, because I feel like, and I'm only saying this because you're from the States, if you can't tell. I feel that I found more British women are kind of more open to like a coffee dates first. But I've heard American women being like, I ain't doing no coffee date first. I ain't doing I ain't letting some cheap bugger take me out for a coffee date. Like, if you're going to take me out and we're going to actually like invest in each other, then freaking start properly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Is that fair to say? Are American women like that? I don't know.
I think it's a mixture, right? Okay. So I think there are someone who, like, if you can't take me to extravagant dinners, if you can't pay for this, if you can't pay for that, I don't want you. I've heard it from women. I've seen it. But there's another like group of women who are like, no, I want to go get coffee. I just want to talk and get to know you, because I think that, like, the older you get, you want more of that the intimacy, right? Intimacy. And I want deeper conversations. I don't want surface level. The financial thing, you're going to talk about that eventually, right? Yeah. But that's not the main thing right now. I'm trying to get to know you as a person to see if you're somebody I want. Because someone with all the money in the world, he could be a terrible person, right? Yeah. So it's like trying to get to know. I want to get to know somebody, but some women are like, "Nah, you have to pay for me. You got to do this. You have to do that." So
I hear that. So you're right. I think those are extremes. You can have someone with all the money in the world and he's a terrible person. You're not going to want to be with him. But then equally, I think for most women, he can have an amazing personality, but if he has zero prospects in life, you're probably going to be like,
yeah. I mean,
can I raise a family with this guy? Can I build a life with this guy? Yeah. So I want to see what the line is in between. We're going to say personality, financial situation, right? Let's say you have a guy, his personality is an 8 out of 10 for you, but his financial situation is a 3 out of 10.
A 3 out of 10?
Yeah. Are you going there?
I'd have to see. What is the 3 out of 10 though?
Okay, right? Okay. So I'd say a 3 out of 10 is still living at home, which is nothing wrong with that. Life is expensive, but still living at home, no real plans to like move out, but has a job and is on minimum wage. Okay. Has a job. He's an employed individual. He's a professional on minimum wage, still lives at home. No immediate plans to try and move out. 3 out of 10 financial situation.
In that sense, maybe not. And it's not about the job or the minimum wage, right? It's about, okay, you're not planning on, it sounds like you're not planning on moving forward anywhere else. You're just like,
even though his personality is an 8 out of 10.
Personality, okay, yeah, that's great. I see, I get.
See, there's a line, right?
There's a line.
We always go to the extremes, right? And that's easier to differentiate. So let me give you another one then. Okay. Personality, 6 out of 10. Okay. Financial situation, 8 out of 10. So you like him, you're like, oh, I like spending time with him. It's not like boom, but it's kind of like, right? In terms of the connection and how, spending time with each other. But he's in a situation, so if I describe 8 out of 10 is like, has his own place, is still looking to build, and he wants someone to come into his life that he can do that for as well. Personality is a 6, financial situation is an 8. You taking that guy?
See, in my head, how I think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a hit or miss too. Just because, like, okay, 6 out of 10, right? So it's like a hit or miss if we're gonna connect, and especially long term, right? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, you're financially stable and built, but our connection, is it gonna work long term? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You can help me stability and financially, or vice versa.
It's like, it's kind of, okay, so I'd say 6 out of 10 in terms of personality or connection is like, do you ever have those friends where they probably wouldn't be your bridesmaids, but they'd definitely be invited to the wedding?
Yeah.
It's like that. So it's like, in terms of personality, he's not your top choice, but he's in the arena of consideration.
Okay, then probably, maybe, yeah, I'd see.
Maybe?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Because it's a 6, so it's above average. It's above just kind of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so if you said like maybe a 3 or 4, then I'd be like, probably not.
Probably.
Yeah, but maybe, okay, that's fair. Yeah, 6, I'd probably test it and
last
see.
one. Last one. Personality is an 8. Financial situation is a 6. So connection is stronger. You enjoy spending time with him, right? Let's say financial situation 6 is he's not living at home, but he's renting with like 5 other people in a house, right? And he's having ideas of wanting to move out eventually, get his own spot, but maybe it's more like he's waiting to find someone to do that with, as opposed to trying to do it himself.
Ah, okay.
So not that he's not open to doing that, doesn't want to do that, but he's like, when I find someone who can bring that to, then we can do that together. But until that happens, I probably won't be doing it.
Okay.
So that's a 6 out of 10 financially.
Okay. I think I'd probably still, I think I'd still see if it would work or not. So
all right, that's cool. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Pow.